Hey guys, it's Steven here, back with another match preview, and this time it's a very interesting, potentially very difficult banana skin of a game. Manchester City go away to Leeds United in the Premier League in what is already pretty much a must-win game. So today we're going to preview that game, go over the team news, try and predict the lineup, get some words from the One Leeds Football Channel as well in the opposition view section, and basically just try and dissect this game before it kicks off and before all the mayhem ensues. I'm a little bit nervous about this game, I will be honest. Unfortunately, this game is already a pretty important game in the calendar of Manchester City Football Club. Of course, there's absolutely loads of time left, but I mean, we do need a reaction after that Leicester defeat. We kind of got it in midweek as well against Burnley, but of course, in the Premier League, this is absolutely essential that we turn up and improve here and play well, because Leeds are a good side, and Liverpool are away to Villa on Sunday. I would not be surprised if they win that game. And if City don't pick up 4 points against Leeds here, all of a sudden there's a bit of a gap there and it starts to feel quite potentially notable. I know it's only early on in the season, but you don't want to give anyone overconfidence. Well, I guess overconfidence is not too bad, but you don't give them a reason to be confident, basically, and feel assured. And that's what we need to essentially rule out. And of course, this game is all about Marcelo Bielsa versus Pep Guardiola, the master and the apprentice. It's going to be very interesting to see how this one kind of fares out, because this is what the press will all be about. This is what everyone's going to be focusing on. These two, of course, have absolutely loads of admiration for each other. Guardiola said this today. He said, "I think probably the person I admire the most in world football as a manager and as a person," Bielsa that is. He said, "I think he's the most authentic manager all the time in terms of how he conducts his teams. He is unique, especially his behaviour as a person off the pitch." I think it's fair to say Guardiola absolutely loves Bielsa, and rightfully so. He learned an awful lot about him. So this game is it's very much the Bielsa versus Pep game. And it's a game that we're all kind of looking forward to, because Leeds are a good footballing side. I'll get onto Leeds in a little bit more detail later on. But this is not your traditional newly promoted side. This is a team that plays absolutely without any fear whatsoever and will be all over Manchester City from the first whistle to the last. And more already shown that they are a very competent side. And we have to be up for this. We have to get a reaction. We have to go there with our best form on. We have to be intense. And we have to make the most of any opportunities we get. The only thing, of course, is that it's not in front of the Elland Road faithful, which is a good thing for Manchester City. A shame for Leeds, of course, but normally that would have made the game an awful lot more raucous and would have given Leeds an awful lot more energy. They don't need a reason to have energy, of course, because they're a very fiery team in general anyway, but that will be a factor to some extent. In terms of the team news, it's very much kind of slightly as you were. Of course, we saw Bernardo come back the other day and he's still involved. The big one, though, of course, is about Ruben Dias. Will he be involved? And Guardiola was asked this question today in the press conference, and he said, he will, in terms of how will he play, he said he will get it and we are delighted to have him here. He trained 2 sessions, settled good and is part of the team. We will see. Oh, we know what you're saying there, Pep. Basically, I mean, it's pretty obvious that he intends to be involved in the squad in some way or form. We'll discuss if he's going to be in the lineup in a little bit, of course, but put it this way, he's going to be involved in the A team, which is absolutely excellent news because he's a fantastic player and hopefully an even better addition to the squad. So in terms of everyone else, Gundogan is apparently now back in training post-isolation after his COVID test, but he's not quite ready yet because he's only had 1 session allegedly, so he's not quite there. And apparently no Stones. Those Stones was pictured actually. I've read conflicting reports there, so we'll see. Zinchenko allegedly not there, and Guardiola also confirmed that Gabriel Jesus isn't quite back yet, saying he's not ready. Hopefully after the international break he will be ready. Every season he's a better player than the season before. This is good. He has to try and improve finishing to be quicker, sharper, more precise in this area. So Guardiola laying down some foundations for the future path of Gabriel Jesus. Unfortunately he's not back. Which is a big blow because he would have been great in a game like this with his desire, his work rate, his ability to kind of hold up. But it is what it is, and the squad is slowly starting to find its way back to full form. Unfortunately as well, no Joao Cancelo, which is a big shame too. In terms of the lineup, it's very difficult this one because the squad is starting to change a little bit at the moment, the balance of the squad. Firstly, I'm going to put on screen right now the team that I personally want to see. This is what I want to see right now next to me. I want to see Ederson in goal. I want to see Kyle Walker. I want to see Ruben Dias alongside Laporte. And just as an experiment in a game like this, I want to see Nathan Ake get a chance at left back. This is what I personally want. I've got nothing against Mendy, but I want to see Ake at left back to see if he can do that inverted left back kind of thing that Delph did so well at one point. I want to see him there because obviously there's a defensive solidity there potentially for what he could bring. So I want to see that. And I want to see Bernardo alongside Rodri. I want to see the effervescence and energy of Bernardo now he's back. Fernandinho would be great, of course, course, but I want to see Bernardo alongside Rodri right there. With KDB ahead of them. Obviously, that's a midfield full of guile, intelligence, and potentially work rate. And then I really want to see Torres get a start. I'm sorry, I want to see Torres get a start at wide because I thought he was excellent against Burnley and showed loads of promise. And I would love to see his pace, his energy, his dynamism once again. With Foden, I'd love to see Foden as a number 8, but I got a feeling we're not going to do that given the double pivot thing. So Foden out wide for me with Sterling through the middle. Obviously, I kind of want to see Delap, but I've got to be realistic about this. So what I want really is kind of Sterling through the middle. Absolutely no offense to Fernandinho, no offense to Mahrez, no offense to Mendy intended, but I want to see energy and pace up front, and those three I think could bring that, and likewise for the rest of the team throughout it. This is what I think will happen though. I think it'll be Edison goal. Then the back three will kind of be similar. I think Diaz will actually start. I think they'll throw him straight into this, a baptism of fire. But he's ready for it. He's match fit. He's a big battler of a player. He's the kind of person who thrives in a big game as well. He's very much, he's no shrinking violet, put it that way, and he'll be fine in a game of this magnitude, definitely. So Diaz alongside Laporte, and I think it'll be Mendy. And do you know what? There's an element to it that Mendy probably will be the right choice for this game as well. He was really good midweek, actually. He looked to have a little bit of kind of, a little bit of spark in his game, a little bit of energy. And it's also worth noting that Mendy is absolutely in love with Bielsa, one of his former managers, and he credits him for where he got to in the game and all that kind of stuff. So I don't doubt that Mendy will be looking to really impress Bielsa, his former mentor. And when you meet your old teacher, in general, I'm sure we've all met teachers, you kind of want to show them that you're good, if that makes sense. So I think Mendy will play at left back, and probably rightfully so. All of a sudden, though, that defence looks a lot more interesting. I don't think it'll be Fernandinho alongside Rodri in the double pivot there. I think, it could be Bernardo, but I think it'll be Fernandinho and Rodri because he'll go for familiarity. Both, of course, will be behind KDB. And then, in terms of the front three, I think Foden will be back in the team because, obviously he was rested midweek, so his energy will be there. And I think Mahrez will be out wide, and rightfully so if he does play, because I thought he was really good, especially in the last 20 minutes when he was cutting in fields a little bit more against Burnley. So I think it'll be Mahrez. With Torres dropped to the bench a little bit, and Bernardo probably on the bench, because we're getting to the point now where we've got options, I guess. Those two. Then I think it will be Sterling through the middle. I want it to be Delap once again, but I can't see Guardiola starting Delap in a game of this potential importance, so I think it will be Sterling. Right, let's get on to the opposition view, and I'm going to introduce Connor from the One Leeds Fan Channel. I did a video with Connor over on his channel chatting about the game. Connor, take it away.
Hi Steve, hi esteemed Kompany fans, I hope you're all doing fantastically well. It is Connor here from One Leeds Fan Channel, Leeds United Fan Channel, giving a voice to many, or giving the voice to many. Listen, I've had Stephen on my channel. We did a preview the other day. If you want to check it out, I'm sure Stephen will have my links in the description below. But I've been asked to give a Leeds United versus Manchester City preview. It's going to be a really tough game for Leeds. We all know this. It's been a fantastic start for the Whites. For me, we should have got something against Liverpool in that 4-3 loss. Maybe a little bit naive, but we're gung-ho, and that's Leeds United for you. We will just go at you, and that's it. We won't adapt our gameplay. We won't go for a low block. We won't bring defensive reinforcements on halfway through the game. This is Leeds United. This is Marcelo Bielsa. This is the guru of football, and this is what we'll bring to every single match in this Premier League calendar. So what can you expect from Leeds? Dynamism, pragmatism, pace, and a level of just pure no fear, and that's what I love about it. That's what I love. That's why we needed to get back to the Premier League. We're doing really well now in terms of having a lot of space, but that could work in City's advantage, and we all know that. City are a wonderful side. They've got a plethora of quality in every single position. You're going to be strengthened this weekend by the addition of Ruben Dias. Obviously, with the return of Laporte as well, is a massive, massive coup and a beneficiary to Manchester City. But I think Leeds will do okay. I think we'll score 100%. And it's going to be interesting to see whether or not Diaz beds into the side instantaneously, or whether or not, like we see with many Premier League stars, it takes them a while to bed within their squads. So, yeah, I'm expecting a lot from Leeds this season, to be quite honest. I'm positive in that regards, but I'm taking my white tinted glasses off for this one. I know it's going to be a ridiculously tough fixture, but we'll make it difficult for you. Leeds is not a team you want to face, as Jurgen Klopp has said, and we will give you a run. We're not just going to sit back. We're not just going to take it like a lot of other clubs do. It's going to be a Wolves-esque. It's going to be a Leicester-esque fixture. I know a lot of City fans look at this game at the start of the season and think Leeds, maybe 3 points. I understand that, but I think Liverpool made that mistake, and I think we nearly punished them. There was so many times in that fixture where we nearly punished them. and I'm really looking forward to this fixture. I think it's going to be a City win, but I think it's going to be a great game for the neutral. I think there's going to be a lot of beautiful football being played. I think City might win it on the high press though. I think De Bruyne is going to be a key player. Him against Calvin Phillips is probably going to be the defining moment for me. Calvin has to do a job on him, but doing a job on KDB is extremely difficult and very irregular for any player to do. So I'm fully expecting him to turn up. Sterling. But I think Leeds will score. I genuinely think Leeds will score. I think it's going to be a good game, a riveting game, especially as I've just said from the neutral. Pep versus Bielsa, the Sky Sports dream. And it's great to be back in the Premier League again, playing teams like City. This is why we're back. This is why we wanted to be back for so many years, playing against the bigger teams and getting Leeds back up there, a proper club against a proper club in City. So I'm absolutely buzzing for this game. I do think we'll lose the game 4-2. I'll be real about that. But I think we will give you a really good run for your money. And it's going to be a really entertaining game. And yeah, make sure if you want to see more of my face, you want to see some more football content, some reaction content, come check us out on One Leeds Fan Channel, guys. Have a great day. Cheers, Stephen, for having me on. And I'll see you in a bit.
Big up Connor for coming on there. His channel's really, really, really good. Go and check it out. There'll be a link in the description, as Connor mentioned himself at the start of his little clip. Do subscribe to his channel. It's really, really good. And Connor's got to be right to say that Leeds will actually go for us. I mean, Guardiola agrees as well. This is what Guardiola said about Leeds. He said they do exactly what they have to do, Leeds. They're a team that fights for each other, defends around the box, good build-up. At the right moment, they will arrive with a lot of players. I played 3 times against Marcelo at Bilbao, and every game was difficult. And rightfully so, man. Leeds, so far, since they come into the Premier League, have shown just how good a footballing side they are. I mean, they went toe-to-toe with Liverpool at Anfield, and probably a little bit unlucky to get a result there, of some points at very least. And Fulham and Sheffield United, they couldn't match Leeds. Leeds were really, really good. And I think it's pretty obvious that most teams that do well when they come up have a strong footballing identity. Sheffield United last season had a strong footballing identity. Think about Wolves coming up as well. And I think Leeds very much fill into that category. They've got a high-quality manager, a manager who knows how to get the best out of them. And largely, he's done a really good job. He's obviously a blow for Leeds that they haven't got Jack Harrison because he's on loan from his parent club, Manchester City. He's one of their better players. So for us, that's a boost. Shame for Jack Harrison, but for me, I can't pretend. I'm not going to complain there. Alioski will probably come in. He's not quite as skillful as Jack Harrison, but he is a workhorse, and he'll give Kyle Walker a run all day. And we've got to be prepared for a Leeds team that's going to be really organised. This is a team that knows how to play football, you know. Got Calvin Phillips will probably try and dictate from deep. He'll probably sit on Kevin De Bruyne. We probably need as well Sterling to actually sit on him as a false 9 every now and then to stop that dictation from deep. They won't be afraid to try and pass it past Manchester City, and they will be aggressive with the press. And someone like Bamford has been really impressive. I think it's 3-3 so far. Will be running consistently throughout this game. He's had a really, really good start to life in the Premier League. Leeds are an excellent team, and we've got every reason to be a little bit fearful for them because they're not scared of us. And at the moment, Manchester City, there are some weaknesses in our team. Having said that, if we go into the prediction, I am expecting Manchester City to react after that Leicester game. The squad is starting to look a little bit better. We're starting to find a little bit more shape, I reckon, in terms of squad fitness and general depth to the squad. And I do think the reaction against Burnley was very positive. If we play with that same intensity that we started against Wolves, we should be all right here. Either way, it's been a pretty difficult start of the season in terms of the Premier League. Some tough games, Wolves, Leicester, and now Leeds. And to be honest, it's crucial. This game is absolutely crucial that the players do turn up for it. And I do reckon an element of pride will kick in here. I'm hoping if we go toe-to-toe with them, we probably should be able to outshoot them because I think largely we do have an extra bit of quality, but I would not be surprised if there's goals in this. I'm actually going to go for what Connor said, but Manchester City's favour. I'm going for 3-2 as well from Manchester City because I see City outscoring them. But having said that, the negative head, I would not be surprised if we drop a point or two here. Well, can't drop more 1 point, 2 points, or maybe 3. Now, I think City will win, but it's going to be a very difficult game because Leeds are up for it. Either way, I'm excited for this game, and there will be a watch along tomorrow, so make sure you're ready for the watch along, of course. And also go check out the video I did about Ruben Dias. 5 ways that Ruben Dias will improve Manchester City Football Club. It's a very good video. It'll be on screen in a second or two from now, so go and watch it. A very good video. Look at me bigging it up. It is a good video, I promise you. And also thank you to all the patrons who've been scrolling down the side of the screen for a good 20-30 seconds now, and the YouTube members. Thank you for all the support on the channel. It means an awful lot. Closing in on 50k. Hopefully we'll get there soon. Patreon.com/Esteemed Company. YouTube.com/Esteemed Company if you want to become a member or Patreon member. And subscribe if you are new to the channel. Please do give this video a like. Let me know your predictions down in the comments below. As ever, be awesome. Like, subscribe, comment in a bit.